Welcome to another edition of the Mark Jackson Show on the Come and Talk to Me Network. This is the night mode edition. I'm Mark Jackson. This is my dynamic co-host, my guy Blue. I'm going to give a special shout out and say congratulations to all those guys drafted this week to the NFL. Number 1, Caleb Williams went to the Chicago Bears. And number 18, of course, my pick, where I was selected, Marius Sims, went to the Cincinnati Bengals. Congratulations. Much success moving forward to all you guys. Blue, it's a good day for you, my guy. It is a good day for you.
The NFL draft? What are you talking about? We witnessed in history. We'll see them when they play next season. Congratulations to all of them. But we watching something that's never happened in the history of the game. And you see I'm ready with the purple. Don't say nothing yet. No, don't say nothing, because I'm going to shout out our sponsors first and keep the lights on. But I got more to say. So shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Click the QR code in the corner. Better yet, scan it. I'm sorry. Excuse my excitement. It's a big night. But go to the site and play the Pick'em game, because that's our favorite, man. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Thank y'all for keeping the lights on and allowing me to have this moment and say that the Lakers are back, baby. What's up? What's going on? You see that? You see?
Did you have that purple do-rag out?
My bad. What's up?
Did you have that purple do-rag out?
Oh, it was in the stash. It was in the cut. But, as I was watching the game, I saw us get that nice victory. And then I watched LeBron, and I saw him afterwards, and it was just like,
No, you're not.
Sometimes, sometimes I saw the commercials in the past where, you guys wanted to be like Mike. And so,
my goodness.
I want to be like Bron.
You are locked and loaded.
I'm locked and loaded today, baby. I'm locked and loaded, man. They said we was done. They said they sent us fishing. And it's not only this one. This is just for one game. Hold on. Let me see what else I got.
I got the official joint. No, you don't.
We coming for games, baby. We coming for games, baby. We coming back, baby. You never seen a 3-0 comeback. We coming back. That's 2 games. Hold on. Where the rest are? Hold on.
Oh, my goodness.
I got other ones, 3 games, and I got an extra purple. Y'all thought the do-rags was done? It's multiple. It's a magic trick. It's like a nation,
goodness.
baby. Stand up, man. LeBron.
Flag is on 10.
Man, what? We done with the 90s. We done with the Nuggets. Joker, who? Who?
Oh,
Mike
my
Malone?
goodness.
Jamal Murray? We don't know these people, man. Who? What's up, man? What did you see in the game? My bad.
It is good to see you back, man. You've been down and depressed and hurt and shattered, and all of a sudden you got a little bit of life. Purple rain.
Yay, there we go. Welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome to the show. It's a special occasion. If y'all don't do it another time, right now, go like, comment, and subscribe. Do it for me and do it for Laker Nation, LeBron, Magic Johnson, Kareem, all the Lakers. Go like
Kobe.
It right now. Thank you. Kobe, of course. Do it for Kobe, man. We represented Kobe well tonight. We represented Kobe well, man. This was a good night. What did you see from... I don't even know where to start on the script, man. We could go off the script because we watched a show tonight. So I just want to know, what did you see from the Los Angeles Lakers tonight?
I saw them respond. And then you look at the press conference after the game, 2 things LeBron James said. It was sustained energy and sustained effort. That's all. At the end of the day, they fought, they competed, they battled, they showed up. And the all-time great talent that they have in the 1-2 punch in LeBron James and Anthony Davis set the tone. D'Angelo Russell came out aggressive with confidence, played 40 minutes, so he was able to establish a rhythm and play through mistakes and mishaps. It was an outstanding performance overall from the Lakers. They defended at a high level. They minimized the damage that Jamal Murray was able to do, even though the numbers looked fine. It wasn't an efficient night for him. And Joker's Joker. He was spectacular once again, but a big-time victory and way to respond by the Lakers. And here's what I say. People look and they watch SportsCenter, they watch the podcast shows and different shows, and they see statements. And, as an organization, you can be like, oh, they tripping, they doubting us, they disrespecting us. No. You were tripping. You're down 3-0. You were the one tripping. All you did was play harder and compete at a higher level and give yourself a chance. And good things happen when that occur. Take ownership that you've fallen short. Now you have put a recipe on how to beat this team by sustaining the energy and effort and execution for 48 minutes. Now the question is, can you duplicate it, or were you a one-hit wonder?
Now, that's my next question. What we saw tonight, can the Lakers duplicate that, or was it just a night where the Lakers had a better game?
Absolutely, they could duplicate it. You look, I believe it was like 180 minutes so far, 180 plus minutes so far in this series. The Los Angeles Lakers have won 140 of those minutes. 140 minutes. So they have the recipe, but you have to be able to sustain it. You can't get careless. You can't get reckless. You can't make mistakes. You can't miss assignments. This team is too good. This is a championship team. And in order to beat them, you have to put forth championship effort and championship execution. They've been able to do it, but they haven't been able to do it for 48 minutes. In game 4, the difference was they did it. And they came out victorious because of it. Now they have to take the same recipe and duplicate it and come up with the same results. They are good enough, qualified to beat this Denver Nuggets team, but it's not going to be on a regular night. They have to be able to hold the fort down and take care of business.
All right, man. I don't know. I'm feeling like we might be able to see LeBron and AD do it. How do you feel? You think it's possible, or you think we living on a hope and a prayer?
No. I think it's possible. It's not possible if you don't play 48 minutes. They're too good, too talented, too well coached, and they're champions. So it is possible. And you have to, I love the way they set the tone early. First play, give the ball to LeBron James. Back in. No double team. Win the matchup, dominate, and don't settle. Anthony Davis absolutely dominated the boards, offensively and defensively. The last line of your defense is securing the basketball. I thought in this series they've given the Denver Nuggets too many second opportunities by second chance points, by rebounding on offensive end, and also by being careless with the basketball, turning it over, giving the Denver Nuggets life in transition. They're able to play off of your mistakes and get easy offensive trips. It was a thing of beauty. Across the board for the Lakers, they have to be satisfied and now understand how are they to beat this Denver Nuggets team, and they're more than capable of doing just that.
Oh, I know. You're not telling me. You're telling somebody watching from home, because I know we capable. We ready, man.
Now we back to we. We back to we.
Huh?
You're
It was
French
we
again.
before.
No,
I
you
was
French
sad
again.
last episode. It was we.
You know what else is big? Aaron Gordon,
Pause.
7 points, 3 rebounds, a no-show in game 4. And it's not a disrespect to him. It's that they minimized the damage that he was able to do. Here's a guy that you can make the case was the best player in game 3. Put on a clinic and impacted on the boards and also scoring. They minimized what he was able to do. And there's a difference when you allow, you got 2 stars in Joker and Murray. Joker had a special night again. Murray not an effective night. Now all of a sudden, where do they get that other guy coming involved? Michael Porter had a good night, but it was just 2 guys that had an efficient night because of the Lakers' execution on the defensive end. Just a stellar job. And if you're Michael Malone and you're the Denver Nuggets, give them credit. Give them credit. And then move forward, look forward to go home and take care of your business.
I may sound delusional, but now looking back, this might be revisionist history, but this series could easily be 3-1 with the Lakers ahead.
No, that should be the mindset.
Yeah.
If I'm Darvin Ham, I'm sending a message. We've proven over the course of 4 games that we very well could be the best basketball team in this series. I'm not crazy to think that. The minutes and the numbers tell me that we very well could be. The problem is when it mattered most, we haven't executed at a high enough level to put us in position to be up 3-1. They did, and we have not. Now let's make the proper adjustments. The question is, can we beat them 4 straight times? Absolutely, but it starts with 1. We did it in game 4. Now let's look forward to game 5, going to the Mile High and putting forth the same type of energy, effort, and level of execution.
Now let me ask you, was Denver legitimately caught off guard tonight, or was this a game where they came in maybe like, well, we could afford to lose this? Or
we're not doing that. The Los Angeles Lakers won the game. They earned it. They took the game. The way they defended, the way they executed offensively, the way their star players played, the way they eliminated the Denver Nuggets' top-notch guys and didn't allow them to have an impact on the game. This is no excuse basketball. And even Mike Malone said that in the press conference. Give them credit. They won the basketball game. You can even make the case, well, they didn't have their sneakers. The Denver Nuggets A professional basketball team did not have their sneakers to start warm-ups prior to the basketball game when guys come out and shoot. They were shooting in flip-flops. They put the sneakers on the wrong bus. Somebody made a huge mistake. That's a no-no, but that's not an excuse. That's not the reason why they lost. And I like that they didn't try to make that as an excuse. The bottom line is the Lakers played better and they earned the win in Game 4.
Yeah, welcome to crypto. We doing anything to win. We turning the AC up. We taking shoes. We doing anything to secure LeBron this ring, man. So be ready when you come to crypto.
Oh my goodness!
It's not.
I tell you what, it was a
downtown.
fantastic night.
Lock your shoes up.
It was a fantastic night, though. Fantastic.
Yeah,
night.
No, it was, man. It was one thing that I wanted to touch on. I saw a report that this is D'Angelo Russell on Darvin Ham telling him that he still believes in him. D'Angelo Russell responds to that and says, "I believe in myself more than anybody. I don't need that, but I appreciate it." What's your response to this? To this response from D'Angelo Russell to the attempted love being shown by his coach, Darvin Ham?
I love it. It's a swag. It's a confidence that basically is checking his head coach, who he knows at times wavers with his confidence towards him. So let's not get it twisted. And I love what D'Angelo Russell said. It's called Keep It Real Records. And he owned the fact that at the end of the day, he's here because he believes in his own ability. And when you do that, I understand it. But all I ask for you in that belief is to also hold yourself accountable. Maybe I pulled the trigger a little too quick and benched you in Game 3, but you wasn't playing up to par. That guy that played in Game 4, you don't have to worry about looking over to the bench. You don't have to worry about me subbing you in and out. You're going to get your minutes because you earned it. I cannot afford, with our playoff lives on the line, to mess around with a guy that's going halfway as far as energy and effort. I need you to put forth the effort. You can make and miss shots, but I need the effort on both sides of the floor, setting the tone for this team. I'm not willing to go home with somebody that's given half-hearted effort.
I think that's part of the game that I watched tonight with the Lakers that I was a little bit frustrated with. Those role players on our bench, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jackson Hayes, we need these players. They can play. Gabe Vincent, they can play better than what they've been playing. And that's what makes me look at the Lakers and say, oh, we have a legitimate chance because our role players haven't even come to the party yet.
Yeah, and you know what I like about it? Again, it's a make or miss league, but don't let missing shots affect you. I don't think those guys coming off the Lakers bench in Game 4 played particularly well offensively, but they battled, they competed. You look at Spencer Dinwiddie's effort defending Jamal Murray, contesting shots, staying in front. Jackson Hayes chasing down rebounds and blocking shots. I mean, the little things. Gabe Vincent just playing stellar defense against Jamal Murray. That stuff matters. So you can't fall in love with what the stat sheet says. I'm looking at that impact. Can I trust you to give me quality minutes? And they did exactly that. So a much better job in Game 4 for the Lakers in their entirety. Starters, role players, bench. It was a big time victory.
We got a lot of games to get to, but just these last few days with the Lakers being down 3-0, I've been thinking and looking at the Lakers roster and saying to myself, could we see LeBron in another jersey soon? Do you believe that it's a possibility that we'll see LeBron somewhere else if the Lakers don't get this done?
It's a possibility. Even if they get it done, he's going to be a free agent. And he's going to be able to look and see where he wants to go, whether he wants to stay in LA or whether he wants to go somewhere else. He already has documented, has dreams and hopes and aspirations to play with his son Bronny in an NBA uniform. Who knows? If Bronny comes out, gets drafted, then the pressure's going to be on LeBron to make a decision if it's not drafted to the Los Angeles Lakers, whether that's important to him and follow Bronny or not. But I think at the end of the day, if you're LeBron James, that'll take care of itself. I'm in a 3-1 hole right now, and I got work to do. So the mindset is playoff basketball. Let's win. Let's continue to advance by taking care of business in between those lines.
Yeah. Did you see that play in the game when LeBron was going crazy because Darvin Ham didn't challenge that call?
Why are you asking me, did I see it?
Because yes. I want to know your thoughts, because I know you. I want to know what your thoughts of that whole that whole play. For those that haven't seen, LeBron wanted Darvin Ham to challenge an out of bounds call, and it proceeded with LeBron throwing a pseudo tantrum in the
Yes,
middle of the game.
he wanted Darvin Ham and the Lakers coaching staff to challenge that call because there's a responsibility of the person behind the bench to take a look at that and automatically say, "Hey, coach, let's review that. Let's review that." It went off of Denver's hands, so LeBron went crazy, standing in front of the bench, putting on a clinic. Here's my thing. I'm going to say to him in front of everybody, we dropped the ball on that one. We should have challenged. You were 1,000% correct. I made a mistake. But don't get mad at me if I start doing the same exact thing when you don't get back defensively. Don't get mad at me when I do the same exact thing when you give half-hearted effort sprinting back or you turn the basketball off over and point to somebody else like it's their fault. Give me the same energy. Let's keep it the same energy across the board. I made a mistake. Let's respect each other, and let's not try to embarrass one another moving forward. That's unacceptable. I don't do it to you. Don't do it to me.
Okay, moving over to the other side with Coach Mike Malone. Seeing this game tonight, are you looking like this was just a pedestrian game, or are you saying we need to make adjustments because this is dangerous?
You look at all of these playoff games, and teams are not winning and losing because of adjustments or X's and O's. Overwhelmingly, that's not the case. Now, you may point to one game and say that's the game. The team that has played the hardest and defended at the highest level has won these games. It comes down to that sometimes, most of the times. And the adjustment for the Lakers was they played harder, they defended at a high level, they competed at a high level, and that's going to have to be the adjustment for the Denver Nuggets. Michael Malone is sitting there with a full house. He got a championship team. They know how to respond and react to a loss. They're not going to panic. And if you're the Lakers, you have to make sure you're ready because you're going to face a different Nuggets team in Game 5.
Yeah, man. Denver, we coming. We coming to Denver. Lakers on the way. And it's going down, man. I hope they're ready. Hope you're ready. History is here. And if we win Game 7, this whole back wall might be painted purple. Y'all better be ready. I might come here in a Barney suit.
This dude said if you win Game 7, you done jumped to Game 7?
Look, I'm not playing. I could jump to Game 7. I heard LeBron say we taking it one game at a time though. So you're right. You know what? Where my head at? You're right. Let me get in my Bron mode. We're gonna take it one question at a time. On to the next question.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So we moving on to the Heat game. The Heat had a huge chance tonight to go up 2-1 going into Boston. What stood out to you in this loss from the Miami Heat tonight?
The Celtics had life right away. Sometimes it's a make or miss league. A lot of times that's what it is. And the shots they were missing in the previous game, they started off on fire. They were knocking down the long ball. They defended at a high level. They made the Miami Heat perimeter guys a little bit more uncomfortable than they were in the previous game. Tyler Hero handling the basketball, the supporting cast of the Miami Heat handling the basketball. They got into them. They disrupted what they were trying to do defensively, and it affected the Miami Heat. Big time response by the Celtics. The best players played very good basketball. Porzingis was back in rhythm, knocking down shots and making plays. Derek White, Drew Holiday, and Jaylen Brown. It was an overall performance by a Celtic team that looked like the team that was the number one seed during the regular season in the Eastern Conference. Great response by the Celtics.
Yeah, it seemed like they took that last game personally. It seemed like they came out and they had something to prove tonight. And that's what I loved about it because they are a team that presents championship culture. So when their backs are up against the wall, I want to see that. So it was exciting for me to watch them.
And I'm sure the Heat are going to regroup because you can be fooled into thinking, well, we won, we're going to go home, we're going to take care of business. The people are going to be going crazy in our arena and it's going to be no, it's not magic. It doesn't just happen because there's 20,000 people dressed in white or dressed in your team colors going crazy. You have to do it in between those lines. And the Miami Heat did not. The Boston Celtics embraced the challenge and they responded like the number one seed that they like the number one seed that they are.
Now watching Jason Tatum tonight, he's been a guy who gets Kobe Bryant comparisons, so it's obvious that he can score. But looking at his stat line, he had 10 rebounds and 6 assists also tonight. What did you see just from a standpoint of growth in this dude's game and his ability to affect the playoff series?
I like that he allows the game to come to him, picks and chooses his spots when to take over offensively, but he's much more of a complete basketball player, rebounding, like you said, assisting, allowing Brown to take over at times, or White to take over, or Porzingis to take over. And then when it comes to him, he's locked and loaded and fresh, where he's not trying to carry them for 48 minutes. He just it seems like a guy that's comfortable in his own skin, taking the challenge of being one of the best players in the world and leading that team by any means necessary on a night in, night out basis.
From a coaching standpoint, I'm watching the Heat, and they look like a team that the win or the loss just simply comes down to their ability to make shots on a given night. To elaborate on that, it doesn't seem like they have a star. So how do you go about it as a coach and say, okay, we're going to do this next game and take it out of just luck's hand?
I believe they have a star. They have a star in Bam Adebayo. They have a star in Jimmy Butler, who has, played some of his best basketball when the lights have been the brightest. So they have star power. The bottom line is this is a team that does it in a gritty fashion, the way they defend, the way they get under your skin, the way they compete at a high level, the way they play with an edge 1 through 15. They didn't do that in Game 3 in Miami. Now they got to respond. And this is when, quite honestly, this is when that Miami culture kicks in. This is when they're at their best, when you think they're going to let go of the rope, when you think they've taken one to the chin and not going to respond. So if you're the Boston Celtics, understand you're going to get the best form of Miami Heat basketball in the next game. You have to be locked and loaded and prepared because there's no quit, there's no die in this Heat team.
I don't know if you count Jimmy Butler. He didn't play tonight. That's why I didn't say Jimmy Butler.
I'm not insulted.
No, he's a star, though. I mean, you just saying, I know he's a star. He had the ludicrous puff. You saw him with the ludicrous puff tonight?
Yes, I did see. Yes, I did.
That dude stay with a new hairstyle.
But I think that Bam is a star. When you're representing Team USA and comfortably, not for the first time, but he consistently is one of the best big men in the land on both sides of the floor. He's a star, in my opinion.
Nah, I definitely believe that Bam is a star. I'm not going to debate with that. I guess I was saying from an offensive standpoint, you got dudes on the Celtics who can go get 40 or 50 points on a given night. And also on the Heat, they can, but that's not what you expect from them. So that's right. just to clean it up, because you made it seem like I'm not respecting Bam's game. That dude got game, man.
I'm glad you cleaned it up.
Look. All right. So I'm noticing it's so many games now. So many times I ask you, what do we do coming out of this loss? What do we do coming out of this win? How do you get pregame meetings? And it's starting to sound almost monotonous asking the same question. So as a coach, how do you keep your players from feeling like, all right, another off-day meeting, another film session, another pregame meal? Like, let's just get to the game. How do you keep your team focused?
You make sure you have the right characters in uniform and in the locker room. Because if this is tiring and boring, then you don't want to win. I'm just asking you to give me 30 minutes, 15 minutes of a sliced up film session. I didn't ask you to spend the night cutting it up or breaking down film or analyzing what we did right or what we did wrong. I'm just asking you to give me 15 minutes of a sliced up. The work is done. I want to put us in position where we're not second guessing, where you understand we have every answer to every question that this team poses. We're prepared. We're prepared because we studied and we understand it. Now I'm going to put the same demand on you to know the actions, know how we're defending it, and also know what we're doing offensively that's putting us in position to be successful. If we're going to win, it's not going to be by magic. It's going to be because we're prepared and we've executed and put ourselves in position to win. And it takes outstanding coaching, and just as important, even more so, it takes outstanding players.
Let me ask you, are the Celtics, because this is the Celtics were my pick early on in the season to win the championship, are they vulnerable? Because I'm expecting them to sweep the Heat, especially with Jimmy Butler under the weather or injured.
I'm not expecting anybody to sweep anybody. And you talk about the Celtics, they are the favorite. They are the pick in this series, and they are the pick in the Eastern Conference. But they are a jump shooting basketball team. And when you're a jump shooting basketball team, you can get hot or cold. The bottom line is they lost at home because they were cold shooting the basketball. And they believe they're going to continue to fire and shoot the three. So that their adjustments is to shoot more, maybe. So that's a dangerous place. But outside of shooting the long ball, what I do love about them is that they take pride on the defensive end. So it gives them the opportunity to, even though when they're struggling shooting the long ball, to win games because they're built defensively, individually, and collectively.
Okay. We got to go to the next series. The OKC Thunder is sending somebody to Cancun. They about to be out of here. They're about to be gone, man. And they starting to look more and more outmatched each game. So I want to know, is this team the new wave for the NBA?
They're going to be around for a long time. They're going to be around for a long time. That's a dangerous team that the future is awfully bright. They imposed their will against the New Orleans Pelicans. They went after them. They played with an edge and a confidence and a physical force that the New Orleans Pelicans did not match. And they wound up losing and in trouble and now playing for their playoff lives. And give credit to this young Oklahoma City basketball team that's well coached and led. And the thing they have is they have great length, versatility, and size. Now you look at Chet Holmgren, and he's not physically intimidating, but he's going to get there. So the only concern is behind him, you don't really have a legit center. But that perimeter is loaded with 6'9", 6'7", 6'6", 6'8". I mean, across the board, they have length and size that can be disruptive. And the one undersized dude is a Rottweiler in Lou Dort. The ability to get underneath the skin of Brandon Ingram and disrupt what he's trying to do offensively. They are awfully impressive and going to be a handful for anybody in the Western Conference.
One dude I saw make a move tonight that I didn't know he had the bag like that. Jalen Williams is making plays. And I didn't expect for him to have this much of an impact in the playoffs. I've seen him do it in the regular season, but he is stepping up. Can you just speak a little bit about what you've seen from this young player?
I've seen extreme confidence. I've seen him be the second best player on the number one seed in the Western Conference, making shots, making plays, at times carrying the load offensively, the ability to use that size and strength and get to his spots and score the basketball, finish in the paint. Elite, outstanding defender, legitimate 6'9". I mean, he's an outstanding basketball player. I saw him in the finals last year, and I'm like, this guy's a point guard. He was towering over me at 6'9". I'm like, great size. And it reminds me of what the great Danny Hurley, coach of UConn, said about his team when they lost a couple of years ago. He said, if you're going to get us, you better get us now, because moving forward, you're going to have problems. And he was right. He was prophetic with what he said. Back-to-back championships, and I feel the same exact way with this Oklahoma City basketball team. If you're going to get them, you better get them now, because they're only going to add pieces, whether it be through draft picks, one of the 100 draft picks that they have moving forward, or free agency. But they're going to continue to improve, and these young guys are going to continue to get better.
Yes, it's weird watching them because they're built like a professional college team, like they would be the number one team in the nation as a college. Just the build of their guards, you would not want to run up against them dudes. And if I'm a guard, I don't want to play against coming off a screen and having Lou Dort switch with Jalen Williams to SGA to Chet. It's annoying.
Yeah, you got to give them credit. Sam Presti, who's calling the shots there, did an outstanding job, not only acquiring the talent, but handpicking his head coach. He hit it out the park across the board, and the future's awfully bright. With their decision-making, it puts them in an incredible position moving forward.
Now, OKC was 3-1 against the Nuggets this season. How big of a threat are they to the West, and are they your pick to win it all this season?
No, I'm gonna take the safe pick, and I'm gonna pick the Denver Nuggets to come out of the West. That doesn't mean that the Thunder can't beat them, and I don't put much stock in being 3-1 in the regular season against them. I don't know the terms and conditions in which they won 3 and lost 1. Who played, who didn't play? Was it a back-to-back? Was one team fresh? So all of those things come into the equation. but they are more than capable because of the way that their team is made up. They are more than capable of making life tough for the Denver Nuggets or anybody that they may face. It's interesting that you said the Denver Nuggets. I thought you were wearing your purple do-rag and your purple gear because of the Lakers was going to be the team to move forward.
Oh no! Oh no! At this point, we just throw the Nuggets around just to we just say their name just for fun. Let people remember that they're still here. But
Okay.
the Nuggets is wrapped up, man. I'm telling you, you making me. I'm about to get hyped again. Relax. You
All
made me
right.
remember what I just watched tonight from the Lakers. But let me not gloss over the Thunder because they my TCB team, pops. You know what that means?
No, I don't.
That means they take care of business. And any team that's looking to come for the Thunder, you really got to take the series from them because they are not playing. These young dudes is hungry.
Yeah, they are awfully impressive. And we didn't even mention Giddey. He continues to play with much more confidence, shooting the long ball. Again, another guy that has tremendous size and versatility, that's disruptive, handling the rock, and can make plays. This team is absolutely loaded with the talent that they have.
No, this team is tough, man. This team is tough. Giddey did play well tonight. All right, on to the next series. We got the Cavs. They made game 1 and 2 look easy. But now, like you said, they gave the Magic life. What did you see from this game tonight in this Orlando Magic win?
Again, the consistent theme of the night. They were disruptive with their intensity, their competitive spirit, and on the defensive end. They took Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, and everybody else in the Cleveland Cavaliers uniform, took them out of rhythm by getting into them and disrupting what they were trying to do. And it showed a different side of the Cavaliers. They wasn't comfortable when it became a physical brand of basketball. Now, if you're the Orlando Magic, just like we said at the other teams, can you duplicate that? And they have the ability because they have natural-born defenders all throughout their lineup that do it at an elite level that can keep it consistent with turning defense into quality offense like they did in the last game. But Suggs is elite at whether you put him on Mitchell or Garland at disrupting. They are loaded with guys that can be disruptive defensively. And then Wagner, the job he did offensively, setting the tone, and his brother, physical force, playing with energy, getting the crowd going. You need those type of guys to win games come playoff time. And it was a big time win by a young Orlando Magic team that if you allow them to taste some success, they can be dangerous because success can be addictive.
All right, now let me ask you. The Magic, you say how talented their young core is. Is this a team that we're going to have to look out for in the years to come?
We will have to look out for them in years to come. And I don't say that in the same fashion that I talked about OKC, because OKC is loaded moving forward with draft picks, money that they'll be able to use, and home run talent right away. More home run talent. So it's a different expectancy level with Orlando than OKC. But this is how you build something. The culture has been established. Jamal Mosley done an outstanding job coaching that team and establishing a culture. You got Paolo, who's a home run hitter as a number one pick that you can build the future on. And then they add a supporting cast. So the future is bright for this young team. And the taste of playoff basketball will speed up the process moving forward.
All right, man. You already know what time it is. I need you. I know you always keep your hats, but go on and throw on that Coach Mark hat because it's time. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go, man. I need to know who's leaving with the Momma. There goes that man award.
I've been thinking about this all day watching games, and I have plenty of options to pick from. Stellar performances individually, stellar performances collectively. Tonight's Momma, There Goes That Man award goes to Anthony Davis. 25 points, 23 rebounds, 6 assists going against an all-time great and Joker making him work even though he had a special night. Anthony Davis has been dominant in this series and in particular when they needed him to show up big. Stellar performance, setting the tone and playing like a grown man. Tonight's Momma, There Goes That Man award goes to Anthony Davis. Momma, there goes that man.
Hey, I was about to jump through this Zoom, this call. If you would have said his name, I promise I was sitting over here like, if this dude don't say Anthony Davis.
But I could have went different directions with the pick because there was some stellar performances. But I love the way, being questioned, playing against a great, he responded, and he responded in a big way.
Yeah, he did. All right, man. Shout out to our sponsors, Underdog Fantasy. Scan the QR code. It'll take you right to the site and play the pick'em game. That's our favorite, man. We appreciate y'all.
That's a wrap for this episode of Night Mode of the Mark Jackson Show. I'm Mark Jackson. That's my co-host, my guy Blue. Thank you for the love and support you continue to give us. Remember, the NFL draft just took place, and the last pick of the NFL draft is known as Mr. Irrelevant. Well, Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant in 2022, selected by the San Francisco 49ers. He went on to be a Pro Bowler, to lead the league in passer rating, and to lead his team to a Super Bowl. Well, just last night, the last pick was given to the New York Jets. And with the 257th pick, they selected Jalen Key, a safety out of Alabama. They call him Mr. Irrelevant. My question to you is, if he's Mr. Irrelevant, what you think about me and everybody else that's watching that never made it to the NFL and never got drafted? Don't do that. Don't let anybody call you outside your name. And even the experts, don't let them put a title on you that doesn't fit. This just in, you are relevant. Blessings.